Hello again, everyone. It's Vince Four from TradeWinds.com, and this is our update for July 27, 2017. Let's take a quick look at today's markets. Well, it was an interesting day. The Dow actually hit a fresh new intraday high and closed at up 85 points today, mostly led by Boeing, which was up nicely. Second day of a gap here. Nice follow through on that earnings announcement yesterday. And Verizon as well, having a huge day on an earnings beat. But pretty much everything else was down. The S&P 500 finished lower by 2.5. The NASDAQ took it on the chin, down 40 points midday. We had a tech sell-off here, and I'll look at a few of those in a moment, while the Russell also pulling back about 8 points. Bonds down again, down about 60 cents or so, while gold and crude both moved higher, and both closed up above these previous highs here. So gold popping up above about 10 points today, while crude finished higher by about 29 cents. Now let's go back. The NASDAQ, it was a lot of big tech names, also transports, which was a surprise, even on the Dow. Let's have a look at a few of those names, starting with Apple. And you can see pretty sharp sell-off here. Now, we did have a nice bounce. We did make up about half of that by the end of the session, but we were lower. Most of those FANG stocks taken on the chin. There's Netflix. Let's look at Google here. There it is. NVIDIA as well took it on the chin. Now, Amazon, which you can see here, had put in a fresh new high and then sold off, but after hours gave the market a shock. Came in with an earnings EPS of 40 cents a share compared to an expected number of $1.42. Now, what's an even bigger shocker is that initially they were down about 2%. When I looked at them just before starting to record this video, they were only down 2%. They were starting to recover. Main reason is all that money that they spent went towards new investments. So I guess we'll get a lot more detail in the conference call, but investors aren't too worried when they're reinvesting or putting the money, their profits, back into the business. So that seemed to be encouraging. And as I mentioned, initially we saw a 3% sell-off, which really isn't much for a stock that's over $1,000 a share, but we had already made back 1% after hours. So it'll be very interesting how we open tomorrow and what the follow-through will be, because as I just showed you, those NASDAQ stocks were taking it on the chin big time. So will we see any follow-through selling, or will Amazon help lift this market once again? That's about it for now. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we will see you on our next update.